Alright, folks. It's game time. Let's put on our game faces and let's get the stupid shiny. Because this is driving me insane. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come over here. We are going to go ahead and do reboot. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit so I can make sure you guys can hear the music. And then we're just going to go. I have no idea how many encounters we've actually gone through. My guess is somewhere around 1,000. Would be my guess. Because we've gone through just so many of them. It would genuinely not surprise me if we've already hit the 1,000 mark. But we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Until we get this thing. Golly gee flippin' willikers. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. I just want this shiny, please. So the tree refuses to shine then. Yep. He's refused. Welcome on in, John. How you doing, friend? Oh my gosh. No, this pesky little tree has not once shined. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even know if I have Pokeballs to catch the thing if it is shiny. No, I think I do. I think I have a couple. I don't think I have many though. So this could very well be very, very bad. Honestly, kind of rude of it, not gonna lie. Yep. Why did I read that with a weird accent? That was really strange. I think I'm just in a really weird mood. I've already recorded 3 videos today. So I'm in a little of a weird mood. But yeah. So hopefully I'll be getting all that stuff wrapped up here soon. And we can start getting ready for new and exciting things. Yeah. I really need to start packing. Like really start packing. And I just haven't. Hi, Kirsten. Also, I'm good. Just got just at work at the moment. Got an hour and a bit till I get to lock up. Yep. I feel that. Yep. That was Mason there last night. He called me and he was like, I'm going on my break. I just want to talk while I play video games. And I was like, heck yeah. So he literally just sat in his car playing on his phone, talking to me, and I was like, this is great. And then he had to go back in for like another hour, and then he was able to close up and go home. It was great. Sounds like a good break to me. I know, right? It does. Honestly, I cannot say I haven't done the same thing. That was always my thing when I was at work. Technically, we weren't allowed to... We technically got paid for our lunch breaks. So we only actually worked 37.5 hours a week instead of 40. But if you sat at your desk eating while you worked, it counted as work time. So that counted toward your 37.5, not toward 40. And so there were several times that I would sit there eating my lunch, playing a video game with one hand and working with the other. It was great. So I'd get credit for both. I could take a little bit of a mental break while also getting credit. It was great. Come on! My stomach has not been agreeing with me today. Hi, Ektrick. Is the stick still being a stickler? Yes. Also, welcome on in, Kyle. How you doing, friend? Hiya. Yeah, my stomach's not liking me right now, but that's okay. It's a-okay. Shine, dancing tree shine. I really hope so. Can the stick please shine? He's the dancing tree, not shiny. Ah! I need to come up with some funny words. That would actually be kind of funny. What actually, serious question. What do you call the little ball things at the end of his little limb there? They're not leaves. Are they berries? I don't know what you would call that. Bulbs? We should make this cut-off music that keeps playing into a beat. At this point. Shiny, maybe you can go to the wedding? I'll just imagine this dude showing up to your wedding. I mean, Masonator would probably be okay with it just because, you know, he'd have a dancing buddy for most of the night. Because I am not a dancer. And he wants to dance the whole night. And I'm just like, no. So I'm serious when I say that there's probably going to be a point when he's just dancing up a storm and I'm literally like sitting down talking to somebody with my feet kicked up. Like I'm sure it's going to happen. I would be genuinely shocked if it doesn't. Cause I'm not a dancer. I'll dance enough. But that's it. I am not a dancer. I have bad anxiety when it comes to doing something public like that. What was actually really funny is the very first time that we were together, one of the last days, he actually grabbed me by the arm and we started dancing. Like, actually, like, you know, slow dancing together. And I stepped on his foot constantly. And so I was like, this is embarrassing enough. You're expecting me to do this in front of 100 people. Love you. But it's fine. It's fine. Anyway. I'm sure the only other thing they're definitely going to be able to get me out for would be like the Cupid Shuffle and the Cha-Cha Slide. True romance is stepping on your significant other's toes. Well, it was less his toe. And, cause it was like it kept stepping on, like, if this is his foot, these are his toes, and that's like his ankle where it goes out, like that. I was stepping like here, and I'm like, how? How am I this bad? At least that's what my fiance keeps telling me. Oh, congrats to you too! Hi, Bennett! Hi, Bennett. How you doing, bud? Can we please? Itchy. At least Masonator's a whole lot more coordinated than I am. I sure hope, like, if we have kids in the future, that they gain his foot coordination. Because I have none. This is why I never played soccer. It's also why I never became a drummer. I do not have 4 independent limbs. I cannot do it. I don't know what it is. I cannot do it. I can do 3. That's how I was, you know, able to do piano. I can do 3. I cannot do 4. I kind of want somebody to actually teach me how to play drums, but I don't know if I'll ever... actually be any good because of that. I really struggle. I really struggle with that. Constantly impressed with people being able to focus on more than one limited time. I can only use one. You're a trombone player? Oh gosh. I played flute when I was in high school. Or late elementary, middle, and high school. But, oh my gosh. With a flipped kit since I'm a lefty? Yeah. I keep forgetting you're a lefty, John. I should remember this considering I'm ambidextrous and so I always look out for my lefty friends. And actually, I was at my parents' church this weekend, and their drummer is left-handed and actually plays a flipped kit. Because most left-handed drummers still play right-handed because they're usually taught by righties. But I guess he can play either way, but prefers lefty. And he's the only left-handed drummer I've ever seen actually play left-handed. Because our other friend who was, super big drummer, wrote left-handed but played kit right-handed. It was mostly because I don't think he wanted to waste the time trying to flip the kit. Oh, that's nice. See, I would imagine, teaching with a flipped kit would be easier, mostly because it's a direct mirror. You can look at it and you can see exactly the same directions that you're doing versus, having to sit parallel with you and do it that way, Hi, Bri! Now you friend. Can we please get this stupid little tree to shine? That is very, very nice. I do want to learn. I think that'd be really fun. You would think that some righties just can't teach lefties? That's dumb. That's dumb. What's funny... I love that, John. That is sweet. What's funny is I didn't actually become ambidextrous until I was in late elementary school. Hi, Price! I was like 5 seconds from typing they. So you're obviously Beyonce? Oh, that's great! Oh my gosh. And it was funny. The reason why I started doing anything left-handed, Beyonce. So we used to eat dinner in our living room a fair bit most of the time. And at that point, we had our couch on the right side of the television. So my parents had their recliner. Our couch used to be on the left side, and then we swapped it over to the other side. So you had the TV here, couch this way. You would face this way to watch the TV. And so I was getting sick and tired of elbowing the side of the daggum couch. And my mom's like, just use your left hand. And I'm like, why didn't I ever think about that? And from then on, I have eaten left-handed. The only time I do not eat left-handed is if I'm using chopsticks. My left hand's just not quite strong enough to have the dexterity I need to actually use chopsticks. I can't list how many simple things I had to flip in my mind because teacher just taught normally and couldn't flip it. Yeah. See, I actually had a teacher in the 1st grade take my pencil out of my left hand and put it in my right. Because I instinctively grab stuff with my left hand most of the time. Especially now since I've started really actually writing with my left hand at all. And so she took it out and I never did it again. And my mom found out only a couple years ago that even happened. She was like, she did what? Because that's the same sort of thing that happened to my grandfather, her dad. But that was also back in the day when they refused to let anybody be left-handed. And so they forced him to be righty, like literally tied his left hand behind his back, forced him to become a right-handed, to be right-handed. It was bad. And my mom's oldest brother is a hook left. So he doesn't write, you know, like this. He writes like this, upside down. It's wild. And actually the choir director of my parents' church, my mom calls him her little brother. And he's a hook left too, which is funny. And he actually reminds me of my uncle a lot, which is really kind of funny. Like they have a very similar face sometimes. I was always a left-handed child, which sucked when I was hospitalized because it became my less dominant side. How does that happen? How do you mean it became your less dominant side? My grandfather is also lefty and is a hook left because he had teachers who would punish him if he didn't write with a righty slant. Now that's weird. My uncle was a hook lefty because he was trying to dodge the rings of the binders and the spiral notebooks and stuff. That was why he's a hook. And I'm sure that's why Michael is too. Apparently my parents went to primary 2 teacher, age 6, so that'd be what, 2nd grade? 1st or 2nd grade? Yeah. Were you turning 6 or were you 6? Because that's different. To ask if I could be provided with some support for my writing because my handwriting was atrocious and they were told. Okay, there's another message coming. Cool. They believe I had... Oh my god, Bri. Okay, we're gonna pause on that for a second so I can finish reading John's thing before I lose complete train of thought. We're coming back to that. They were told by the teacher, well, I never got support when I was his age, so he will not get any extra support from me. Weird. That's dumb. Bri, excuse me? Now, I will say this. Most stroke victims do not have any sort of memory involving the stroke. They just know what happened after the fact. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that you went through that. I am so sorry, Bri. Oh my gosh. Kyle, yes, go ahead and do that, friend. Especially if it's a ROM that I can actually play. Well, number one, Bri, I am so glad that you feel better. So glad. Feel completely fine now. I have full use of my left hand. Wow. Do they know what caused it? Was it just a combination of health issues or what? Because usually most stroke victims are older. As always, nope, they have no clue. Yes, well, I am very glad to hear that you are doing better because nobody deserves to go through that, especially not you. So, yeah. And we all genuinely love you and support you and are so glad that you are here right now. Okay? I just want that to be stated for everybody's ears to hear because it's true. Okay? And no, that's not just Ash being sassy. That is truth. We need our Bri. We need our friend. You need your little piece of adventure? Not that kind of adventure. I don't even know what to say to that, Bri. I I genuinely don't know what to say to that. I can usually BS my way through. I cannot figure out a response to that. All I can say is, love you, buddy. And I'm so glad that you are here today. That you are sitting in my chat. And that you are bringing shiny luck. Dang it. Oh, that was a bad decision. Oh. I felt my brain hit my skull. I don't think that's possible, but that's sure as heck how that felt. Wow. Have you guys ever done that where you like shook your head really hard and it genuinely felt like your brain just bounced off of your skull? Because it's just like that instant headache. Oh gosh, I need to drink more water. Maybe that will help. Yes, constantly. Okay, good to know I'm not alone. Yes, please. I'm generally this. That required me having a big John. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I definitely do need to make it to my own wedding though. Oh my gosh. That's why I've been trying to kind of take it easy. These couple of weeks still remaining before the wedding. I'm taking it a little too easy on the packing, however, so I do need to get my butt in gear about that. However, just trying to take it easy. The first day that I left work was really hard. The next day was a breeze. Like, I just felt so relaxed, which has been really good. Like, a lot of people will say that quitting sometimes is great for your mental health. I think that's true, and at least in part. Just because I was just so stressed out all the time. So it has been nice to have a little bit of a reprieve. However, I've had other stresses come up, like wedding stuff, moving stuff, that sort of thing. But we're getting through it, guys. That's what's important, is we are getting through it. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do today. Bri, John, I don't care, or Kirsten, one of you three. Can I ask one of you to keep me accountable today? What I want to do today is get a bunch of Ziploc baggies and put these little figures in them. They can stay whole, or I'll take them apart, I don't know. Because I may put them back together another day. I want to take all of these and put them in respective little baggies so that they can be added to a box or something. And I want to do that today. All they have to do is be put in the bags to be put in a box later. So keep you accountable? Got it, please. I need somebody to actually keep me accountable. Because the only one keeping me accountable right now is myself, and that's proving to be a rather bad decision. So, but yeah. I have a bunch of little things that I just need to start doing. Because that won't take long. Literally take like 2 minutes to do. Go grab a bunch of baggies, come back, throw them in there, be done. And I might put them in some of those tins. I have a few tins from old card packs and things over there that are empty. Some of them have stuff in them from the last time I moved. But I might be able to put those in there so they stay mostly condensed and packed away and safe. That's a big thing. Because, like, I have several on here that I have made throughout the last 2 or so years. Don't look at me for that. I'm the master of, I can do it tomorrow. Fair. I'm so that person. Which is why this move is not already going as smoothly as I hoped. I already secretly keep Kevin accountable. Bro, I secretly keep Actually, there's no secret about it. I keep Kevin accountable. I don't even know what for. I'm always like, Kevin! Oh, goodness. But, like, because, like, I have my little Sonic. I have my little Dogo that I have. Like, he'll probably mostly stay intact. But the reason why they're going in the baggies is so that, you know, even if they do fall apart while in transit, they'll fall contained. And I'm not getting everything mixed up. That's why I want to put them in the little baggies first. But then I also have these little figurines, too. I have a couple of them. So, Sonic 2 was really good. It's been on my mind since I saw it. Ooh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have been to the movies one time in the last, like, 6 months, because I didn't go with Masonator this time when he came down. We kind of just ran out of time. In before the bags burst in transit. Shh. Shh. That's why I'm gonna put them in those tins, so that way it's, you know, still a small container. But I'm gonna try to fit as many of them in their baggies in those tins as possible. That way, you know, they stay contained. I saw it with my parents, and I actually didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I was really disappointed in it. Once in like the last 3 years, it was when... It sure was a movie, yep. Now, okay, that's true. I did go see No Way Home. I did go see No Way Home. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else saw the new Fantastic Beasts movies, but I was very disappointed. My biggest problem with it was pacing. Actually, I had 2 big problems with it. Pacing and the title. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Pacing and the title. Is it on... It should be on Disney Plus for free now, isn't it? I have not looked because I don't really use Disney anymore. I haven't actually watched anything on it except I did watch Turning Red, which was not good. It made me cringe the entire time because it did remind me of my childhood. But anyway, and I watched Encanto back in like January, and that's been it since Loki. But yeah, would you be okay to do the patches yourself, or should I get a link to a patcher online? I had to when I just had a Chromebook. You might need to do the patch. I don't know. The reason being is because Mac and patchers don't like each other. Nick and I were able to finagle it for, which game was it? Oh, Egglock. We were able to finagle it somehow, but I don't remember how we did it. It's a Sony movie. They aren't on Disney Plus? How? Is it really? Turning Red was alright, but definitely not top tier Pixar. Exactly. Oh gosh, don't restart the game yet. Okay, now you can restart the game. I accidentally double tapped it. There's one online. I used my Chromebook. It should work. Okay, thank you, friend. Yeah, Turning Red very much reminded me of my childhood. I don't see why a lot of people are so mad about, you know, the girl being so defiant of her mother. That's how every 13-year-old girl is, or however old she's supposed to be, 12. Like, I didn't think it was, you know, teaching your children to be disobedient at all. That was a big thing that I saw, was everybody was up in arms about. However, I do think the mom actually getting angry was weird. However, I also didn't see the hate for the mom at the beginning when you know, she's if you're a little squeamish about stuff, cover your ears. When she, you know, thought the daughter was, you know, getting her first period, and so she brought her a bunch of pads and, you know, pain meds and stuff like that. Like, it's not that bad. The problem I had with it was, of course, because it was, you know, a Pixar movie, they had to make it ridiculous, and so the mom, like, stalked the classroom and yelled at her, "You forgot your pads, Dom!" You know, like, that was bad. That was distasteful. She should have just come to the office and said, "Hey, you left something at home." When the dad realized and backed out, that was actually funny. The poor dad just got abused the entire movie. Like, the one moment when the daughter's like, "Don't you want to hang out with Dad?" And Dad's like, "Yes." And then she's like, "Let me go get our flashcards." And he's just like, he got so sad. Ah, gosh. Yeah, definitely bad secondhand embarrassment. Well, my problem wasn't necessarily secondhand embarrassment, it was flashback embarrassment over the fact that I was exactly that way when I was in school. When I was like middle school age. Like, I'll tell you how cringy I was. I was absolutely obsessed with Naruto to the point where like my small group of friends, aka the two friends that I had, and I made our own characters, we wrote our own stories, like, we straight up did that. Like, everything that they talked about in that movie, other than, you know, freaking out about the boy band thing, that was us. Hi, Angie! So it's like, yes, I definitely, you know, was like, yep, I was that cringy as a kid. Oh my gosh. And, like, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with getting excited and diving into things that you like. Not at all. Can I fight the stick, please? Please do. Can you actually beat a stick with a stick? Because that's what my mom always said. She always said she would beat us with a stick. You know, like if we were misbehaving. She never did, I promise you guys. It's not like the South when my dad was growing up, where you literally, you know, would get to go pick your own switch. You know. It wasn't like that. But she just threatened to hit us with a stick. It usually worked. Square up, stick. Put up your dukes. Put up your dukes. The South was really wild in the early 1900s. Early? My dad was born in 67. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Brian. That made me laugh. That made me laugh. Oh gosh. Come on, stick. Cowboy time? I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. Yeehaw, you darn stick. More like yippee-ki-yay. Right, Angie? Here, listen here, you piece of imitation shrubbery. If you don't shine, I will throw hands. My grandparents were around during the time of segregation, and it's crazy to think of that. My grandparents were. My great aunt, who's only a couple years older than my my grandmother, distinctly remembers going to a segregated school and being there, like attending the school when it was integrated. I apparently cannot spell. That's okay. I'm being hyper. Don't mind me. Do it, girl. I included info for what to search for when looking for the parts needed to get the game together. Just spoiled it. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate you, friend. You did a lot of work for me, and I appreciate you. Like, it still boggles my mind to think that we're really not that far removed from segregation. Because my great aunt's in her 70s. That's it. That's it. She's like, I think she's 75 this year. That's it. We weren't that far removed. People like to think we are, but we're really not. And I think it's a daggum shame. Number one, that it took them that long to get it figured out that was a bad thing. Number one. And to think, like, if they didn't actually do it, like, Brian and I couldn't be having this conversation right now. And I hate that. Like, that's so dumb. Like, I'm the pasty white kid from the South. You know? Like, it just blows my mind. There was gender segregation? Really? Now, I think some of that is, like, when they're young, sometimes they do that. Like, I know this is probably a bad example, but, like, when you do, like, Sunday school classes when you're young at larger churches and stuff, they tend to split them by girls and boys, mostly because the girls are like, ew, boys, and boys are like, let's go get dirty. There was technically a time where you could meet a samurai, cowboy, and pirate all in the same room at the same time. That is true. Remember my great-grandma talking about it? Yeah. Now, my ages 5 to 11? Well, yeah, that would have been the ages that we split them up. Now, we never did that in school. That was only, like, Sunday school classes and stuff. Now, was there a particular reason for that they did? Let's go get dirty at least once a day. I mean, you jump into the mind of an 8-year-old boy. What's the one thing they want to do? They want to go run around and play, right? History has its eyes on you, indeed. History has its eyes on you. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, honestly, actually, Hamilton is a great example of showing how things have changed. You know? I mean, we've had our first black president. We've had our first female vice president. Doesn't matter how you feel about either one. It's happened. It's part of our history now. It's insane what they've accomplished in doing that. This was actual school and ended when I was like 8 or so? Really? History was honestly my favorite subject because the evolution of everything is crazy. See, my problem with history in school is that we never got to modern day history. So, I honestly don't know when segregation ended. I was never taught it. Hi, Innocent! Because we only ever learned, like, we'd start with ancient Egypt and stuff like that. And then we'd get to maybe World War I. My U.S. history class started with colonization. And we did not get past World War II. 1940s at my school. My problem is the teachers just spent so long doing other stuff that they never had time to actually do what was more important. And this is what killed me. I don't know about everybody else, but in our schools we had what they called EOCs, or end of course exams. And it was only for certain classes, and U.S. history was one of them. And with the history end of course, The teacher told us, oh, everything's gonna be, you know, colonization up till about World War I. My entire test, pretty much, other than maybe a quarter of the questions, were all Vietnam and Korea, which we never even got to. I think the highest I got toward the end of high school classes was the late 90s. Bro, you got even further than I did, Angie. Hawaii taught us segregation during Black History Month. See, that would have been appropriate. Starting with good old Mesopotamia. Yep. EOCs for Algebra 2. See, we did... Wait, Algebra 2? No. We had EOC for Algebra 1. We had it for... We were the last group to have it for physical science. Because after my freshman year, they switched everybody... switched freshmen over to Biology 1, which had one. We had one... Did we have one for English? Because we took our Algebra 1 in 8th grade because we were ahead a year. We had the history one. Oops, sorry. We ended up taking 2 science ones. Did we? Yeah, we took an English one. Not gonna lie, the reference for me was World War II, honestly, for reasons. Yep. I don't blame you for that one. The only time we ever studied any of that in World War II, I'm not gonna say it just because I know emotions, was my 4th grade year in English class, because she, as much as I hated that woman, we literally call her Cruella de Vil to this day, as much as I hated that woman, like, she did kind of 3 units. I don't remember what the 3rd one was, but the first one was like, you know, ancient Greece and ancient Greek and Roman, so mythology and stuff like that, which you guys know I love mythology. The other was the camps, really studying the Jewish camps and stuff with World War II, and then also with the Japanese camps afterward. Did you know that U.S. first spy satellite program was called... Well, I can't actually say because it shares name with the corn cob. I think it's fine, John, but that's actually funny. I did not know that. My high school years are a fever dream of depression and anxiety, so I didn't have that much of a high school career. Yeah, going to 5 different schools is hard enough as it is. It was very interesting, though, because our English classes and history classes kind of intertwined with the books we read. Or we read. Yeah, that was the only time that happened, because history didn't actually even go into that. It was just her English class that did that. And actually, that year, they called in 2 survivors to come in and talk to us. They were in their 90s, I think. But we saw their tattoos and everything. Like, it was insane. The thing that upset me is because we had American History 1 and 2, and they split it, so 1 ended before the Civil War, and 2 started with Reconstruction, so I never got to learn about the Civil War itself. Wow. I remember reading To Kill a Mockingbird. I didn't read that until I was a junior in high school. Like, A Mice and Men is Great Depression. See, again, we didn't read any of those classics until my junior year. Which is crazy to think about. Absolutely. To Kill a Mockingbird is one of my favorite books that I've read, like, of the classics. It's been one of my favorites. And it's not necessarily because, oh, it's such a great read. It's because of what it discusses and how it brings attention to the bad things in the book. Like, I don't understand why it's a banned book, because it shouldn't be banned if you actually read the content and how it says, like, it's actually horrible, you know? My tendency due to depression and anxiety made me get held back a couple times. Oh, yep. And I got moved forward at the end due to my scores on testing being relatively high. That's great, though. You were able to kind of make up for it. I still graduated I was originally supposed to by getting my GED. There you go. Yep. Now, I did read that one as an 8th grader with another English teacher that hated my guts. But anyway, we didn't read a lot of books. I never read A Mice and Men. So we read that one my junior year. So the required reading, she made us read a couple of things for summer reading that were just awful. Death of a Salesman was one. The Crucible was my least hated of the 4. I don't even remember what the third one was, and then My Antonia was the last one, and it was awful. I hated it. Hated it. Also, Stay Golden, Pony Boy. But yeah, no. Of Mice and Men was one. We continually read Romeo and Juliet. The only time we read that was my freshman year of high school, and we never finished it. I had a brand new teacher who had no idea what she was doing, so she didn't time it very well. And so we never actually read it. Like, finished it. We all knew how it ended, for the most part. So, one thing I want to look into more is the Troubles, since that's recent Irish history and is interesting to me. I've never heard of the Troubles. What is that about? I've only read 2 things of Shakespeare. The first being most of Romeo and Juliet, and the other being Julius Caesar, which was awful. I never read Hamlet. Never read Midsummer Night's Dream. None of it. Had an IEP for my GED, so it's 70%. Oh, okay. But still. You got it done. That's what's important. I had a friend in college who got his GED. He dropped out so he could go work, and he worked full time. And he ended up getting his GED on the side. Like, I think he just tested for it. I don't think he actually went to any like additional classes or anything, because he was a really smart kid. He just needed to work. And he made some very bad decisions at that time as well, but we'll not get onto that. Honestly, would recommend going to see the plays rather than reading. It's amazing how much more you get out of the shows in their original medium. Yeah. I will definitely say never watch the, the late 90s version of Romeo and Juliet, the movie. It's awful. Don't even bother. Which one is that, Angie? I've never read Macbeth, so I don't entirely understand the context in Hamilton. The only part that I know of is that there's Lady Macbeth, somebody dies. Is it that one where they talk to the skull? Is that one Macbeth or is that Hamlet? I don't remember. Catcher in the Rye. So that one wasn't on our list that we had to read. There was one section of the school year where she let us pick what we wanted to read. And so she gave us a big list of all the classics, like Catcher in the Rye was one. I made the horrid mistake of reading As I Lay Dying by William Faulkner. I made that mistake. I should have read the other book in that book, because it was actually the copy that I had at the library was a double print. So it had 2 books in one. It had The Sound and the Fury, and it had that in it. And As I Lay Dying was so much longer, and it was so awful to read. It was awful. But my friend in high school, actually read Catcher in the Rye, and she enjoyed it. At least it's not as awkward as one of the poor girls in my class who read Fried Green Tomatoes. And she's just like, well, they're lesbians. Like, that's how she starts the whole thing. I'm like, this is your book report. Or this is how you're starting your book review. Well, they're lesbians. I was like, this is the weirdest, like, way to describe this book ever. Never read that one either. Oh, gosh. Yeah, As I Lay Dying was painful to read. Because literally the whole story is the mama's dying, and one of the sons is building her casket while she's still alive. And then they have to, take her home. So they're trekking across however far to take her home so she can be buried where she wants to be buried. But she's still alive the whole time. And you're just like, this is awkward. And then somebody ends up being killed by a hatchet. I don't even remember. I don't even remember how that even worked. I just remember there being a hatchet and somebody dying. It's like, how what? We did not read Lord of the Flies. We did not read that one. I'm trying to remember what else we read my junior year that were books. Because we read To Kill a Mockingbird and A Mice and Men. I remember those two. Gotcha. Yeah, never read Lord of the Flies. Troubles was a war that was waged in Northern Ireland for roughly 30 years between a group who wanted Northern Ireland to return and unite with the rest of the country and a group who wanted to keep Northern Ireland as United Kingdom territory. Okay. So is Southern Ireland its own entity then? Not part of the UK? Is that what I'm understanding? Because, like, that's something that we never talked about. Like, I never knew what countries made up the Ottoman Empire. We were never taught that. I'm like, we were just told, oh, it happened in the Ottoman Empire. What countries made up the Ottoman Empire? You know? I'm a Lord of the Flies because I'm Milo tongue. No, you're not, Milo. Also, welcome in, but wow. Interesting. So, I'm weird about books. I prefer reading fiction entirely because it's not real. If something is too real, it upsets me. That's just kind of how I've always been. So, like, watching certain movies, like a good shoot 'em up, you know, it's a little too ridiculous to be real. A good spy flick is just a little too ridiculous to be real. But, and like Harry Potter, obviously magic doesn't really exist. So, stuff like that. But you get me something like one of my all-time favorite movies, because it just smacked me dead in the feels, is Hacksaw Ridge and 1917. Both of those. Very, very well done. War movies destroy my soul, though. This is in extremely simple terms. This is much more nuanced than that. Gotcha. So, I might bring myself to do it. Okay, was I the only one who hated The Lottery Rose? We read that one my sophomore year. I hated it. So you got the United Kingdom, which consists of Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, and Wales. The rest of the island is the Republic of Ireland, which is its own entity, which is part of the EU. Okay. See, why can't they teach that in history? Like, I don't even know when any of the states became states. I don't know the order. Like, come on. I can't remember if it was the lottery. No, it was there was another story we read at the same time. It was about a prince, a princess, and a dragon, but I can't remember what it was called. Carlos, about to board a plane? Where you going? Where you going? Call of the Wild? We never read that one. I'm trying to remember. It was a little short story. And the whole point of it was before we got to the end of the story, our teacher made us pick options 1 through 4. And it was basically which prince would you choose if you were the princess? Because there were 4 different princes, and each one did a different thing. Like, one of them slayed a dragon. One going back to Dallas from Orlando. Nice! What'd you do in Orlando? Did you go to Disney or Universal? Or were you just down in Orlando for something else? One of them stopped on his way in and picked her a bunch of flowers. I'm trying to remember what the others did. There was one who like seized land in her name. One brought her a bunch of gold, I think was the deal. And everybody had to ask, now, which of the princes would you pick? We did read Gatsby my junior year. Disney World with a band? Nice! Very nice. And I remember I was the only person in the entire place who picked the Flower Prince. Because while, yes, you know, bringing her a bunch of jewels and gold was all well and good, and the guy who slayed the dragon, you know, was just an idiot trying to go and slay a dragon. But the guy who gave her the flowers, like, he took time and thought about what she would like and that sort of stuff. And it was very sweet. And the whole point of it was to see who was a helpless romantic. Everybody learned very quickly that I was a helpless romantic. And they all laughed at me, actually. All but one person laughed at me. And he actually agreed with me. He's like, I mean, I'm going to pick this one, but I see her point. Reading in school, the ones I actually remember doing were Hamlet and The Woman in Black. Never heard of that one. Never heard of that one. Now, one of my favorite short stories is actually one that my dad and I bonded over, which is weird to think about. But this was a staple read. I don't know if it's the state of South Carolina or what, but it was called The Most Dangerous Game. And it was an extremely interesting read. It really was. Anyway, gotta go. Good luck with the shiny hunting tree. Thank you, friend. Have a good one, bud. Or all my school essays. I had to admit to my mom the other day, because she jokingly said something about borders, or at least I used the right borders or something like that, because I said something incorrectly. I don't remember what. And I was like, don't remind me. I'm still salty about that. She's like, salty about what? And I was like, my near perfect essay. I got 1 point taken off of my first essay, my first real essay in college, because I used the wrong borders. I used borders like a board, not people walking on borders. Or sorry, not people walking on the borders around a country. I was actually a very passionate writer in my class because one of my English teachers actually cared for once. I wish I had really good English teachers. My sophomore year, she and I just didn't really get along, but she was a really good teacher. She and I just didn't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. But my junior year was fantastic. I loved her. I really wish she could have been for all 4 of my years of high school. I really wish she could have. I needed to get back into reading. I have like 3 books waiting for me at home. Yeah, I just didn't have time until recently. Oh, yeah. I picked up one of those, and I still don't think I've ever read it. I assume you're talking Percy Jackson books, right? Oh, goodness. Uncle Rick caused me emotional damage. Hey, here's my thing. Oh no, here we go. Angie's on tirade. Let's go. Hi, Justin. So shiny hunting, yeah. Yeah. Still shiny hunting. Anyway. I feel out of the loop on this with you too, because I'm so far behind. I need to go and read them through. Honestly, slaying a dragon, cliche, seizing land, power hungry, jewels and gold, materialistic, flowers, appreciates that life is fleeting. Thank you, Milo! Thank you! Sudowoodo's being stubborn as a rock, which I guess is fitting. Yep. Thank you, Milo. I finally, someone who appreciates me and understands me. I've not actually read the Kane Chronicles. I own all 3 of them, and I have never actually read them. That's fair. But have you actually read them? Because they're very, very well done. Because I read all the original series and the remakes with, or not the remakes, I'm sorry, the secondary series with Jason and all those guys. And I started in with the Apollo books, and I never finished. Kane Chronicles were the first ones I got into. Oh, okay. I get 5 house classes! No, Angie! See, I actually, I have a little flash drive sitting right over there. And it has it on them. Because I've made sure they followed me, because I'm still proud of that one essay. I love everything Uncle Rick has written thus far. Yep. He's very, very good. I like his style. I actually, fun facts, I tried to write a little story in his style, just to see if I could mimic the style. And I thought I nailed the style, but I couldn't get out of a hole. First read The Lightning Thief? Me too. I read that in middle school, and it was still relatively new at that point. Because I think the 3rd book had just come out or something at that point. When did The Lightning Thief release? Hold on. The Lightning Thief book. Before it, thinks I'm talking about the movie. It released 2005. So I would have been 9. Yep. So late elementary school. Or actually that would have been 4th grade. And I didn't read them until I got into middle school. So yeah, that would have been about it. Is that however many 1,000-word count story I've written so far? Actually, fun facts, John. I've actually written a lot of stuff. There's actually one that I kind of think if I can ever wrap it up correctly. I have the ending written, I just can't get to it. I need to figure out how to get to it. I have the first 2 books done. It's a trilogy. And so, like, I'm talking first drafts, obviously. So, well, technically these are like 2nd and 3rd drafts of, completely reworking everything. Are you excited for the Percy Jackson series? Yes. I really hope it's done well. And my problem is I'm afraid that Disney's not going to do it well. I hate that. I hate saying that. Because Disney, when they put their minds to stuff, can do some really incredible things. I'm just afraid they're just not going to do it well. Mostly because I'm scarred from the first time. Yeah, they do have the author on this one. And that's also what has me so nervous about the live action Avatar. Is the same exact thing. But I know so little about mythology. Well, see, I wasn't even talking about style as in talking about mythology. I was talking about entirely voice style. Because the story I was writing was a superhero story. And actually, the main character and the one telling the story was the villain. It was a really cool idea that I was working with. But yeah, I used to go to my creative writing club. We tried to start a creative writing club one year. Didn't work. There was like 2 meetings. It was it. Even though they're bad movies, I still like Logan Lerman, Percy Jackson. I think if they were able to pull it off, like if they needed to do them in quick succession, having him come back as an older Percy, or maybe even if they did like some sort of flash forward thing, like that could be, you know, really good to actually use him. I'm more interested in the Avatar Studio stuff rather than the live action Avatar. That's fair. Gotta go and be productive and stuff. Have a great stream. Sending shiny luck. I appreciate you, friend. Have a good rest of your day. I can show you some of my ratings if I can't find my essays. Oh my gosh, Angie. Yes, bye, John. Have a great night, bud. He'd be a little young. He'd be, because I always pictured Poseidon as, you know, in his 30s, whereas Logan's, I think, still in his 20s. Because I think he's close to my age, right? Knowing how this is going to go, there's probably going to wreck on the Logan, oh yeah. Proud of these essays, what can I say? No, I think it's fine. I think it's funny, honestly. Logan Learman. Let's see. 92, so he's actually older than my brother, so he's about to turn 30. You found your college ones? Heck yeah. Oh, retcon? I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, he's 30 years old. Wow. I thought he was more my age than my brother's age. Yeah, that's very true. I don't even remember Gabe in the movie, to be honest with you. I'm sure the show will have no continuity with the movies. Oh, I'm sure. I just think it'd be kind of cool, like, if they utilized him as, like, an older Percy. Be it, like, say, I don't think there ever was a moment when he saw, like, himself older in anything. Because there are so many times when Percy thinks he's gonna die. So, Gabe wasn't shown, I don't think. That's what I thought. I don't remember. But, like, that would be really cool, utilizing him in that sort of capacity as, like, an older Percy. I think that could really, really do some good stuff. They just have to do it well, and I'm afraid they're not going to do it well. 2018. My brain hurts. Angie? I graduated from college 8 years ago. Or, sorry, high school 8 years ago. I saw a flashback thing on Facebook that said, this day today, 6 years ago, I was leaving New Jersey. The kid from Adam Project is going to be a good Percy. I think so, too. Oh, yeah, Jason. Simon, it hurts. Graduated high school. Here, bro. No, I did not grow up in New Jersey. So I did an internship twice up in New Jersey. Once between my freshman and second year, my first and second year of college. And then as part of the end of my second semester, second year, I did another internship up in that same church in New Jersey. 10-year. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess Masonators would be too. Because he's a year older than I am. So he graduated 2013. I graduated 2014 from high school. Wow. I wonder if they're going to do anything. I've not heard anything about us doing anything. English 101. Oh gosh, my English 101 papers were cringy as crap. We had a really new teacher that first semester. And so my English 102 papers were a little better, but hi, Bryce. No. We were down in South Jersey outside of Philly. You know, where they say they're going to the bathroom and they're going to go fast and they're going to take their baggage with them. Yeah, those people. Okay, jeez. Yep. My brother was 2011. Yep. I appreciate your accent. Hey, that's the accent there. No joke. My first night meeting one of my friends from New Jersey, we had a big game night that we hosted at our place, and he literally said, "Where's your bathroom? I need to go, and I need to go fast." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? What language are you speaking?" And then later on, the pianist was teaching the pianist of the church was teaching the youth like Sunday evening class or whatever, if you want to call it that. It's not like the Sunday school class, but it was like an evening thing for students. Anyway, she was teaching it, and she was talking about leaving your baggage for God and letting God take your baggage. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, stop. Have you watched Russian Doll? No. Never heard of that one. I don't think my Jersey accent is too strong, but can confirm. But that's a South Jersey outside of Phil. It's technically the Philadelphia accent, is what that was. Oh my gosh. I have an uncle who's from upstate New York. You know, the "hey, I'm walking here" type. Yeah, he's that guy. I don't even have an accent, bro. Trust me, you do. Whether you think you do or do not, you have an accent. What's funny though is like some people think they don't have an accent, and they've got one of the strongest accents I've ever heard. It's like a mix of that and Staten Island. Oh my gosh, you poor thing. My mom's parents used to live on Long Island. And what's so funny is when they would, meet new people, they'd, come up and they'd think they were just like them. They looked like a little Jewish couple. And, then they'd start talking and they sounded like they were from the Midwest. Because they'd been stationed out in Omaha for so long. And they'd be like, "Oh, where you from?" What was funny to me is when I went to college, like everybody thought, "Oh, she's got a pretty thick accent." And I'm like, "Pretty thick accent?" No. Because they thought I was like super country or something. I'm like, "Bro. I'm raised by a Yankee. My mom's from Pennsylvania." And my dad was from the city. He really doesn't have an accent really either. It's certain words, his comes out a little bit more than others. But his mom's, "Oh, bless your heart." She's one of those. She's not quite that bad, but she's pretty bad. And so it's just like, huh? And then when I moved up to New Jersey, there were 5 of us. One was from Michigan. The other 4 were all from the South. The only person who had a thicker accent to me than me, according to our New Jersey folks, was the guy from Alabama who talked like this the whole time. I'm like, are you kidding me? I wouldn't even place you as a Southerner based on your accent. Thank you, Ektrick. My mom's from Pennsylvania. She was a military brat. Like, come on. At least I'm moving to the Midwest. I won't look so crazy anymore. Now, I will say this. Sometimes my Southern accent comes out a little bit more prominently than it used to, for sure. And that's entirely because I've gotten so used to making fun of it here on my channel. It's ridiculous. It's so funny to me. I don't think I have an accent per se. I'm originally from PA, around Pittsburgh. Okay. Now I'm somewhere in New York. Okay. My mom's from Lancaster, actually. See, I don't think Pennsylvania people have much of an accent until you get around Philly. Wait, Ash, let me ask this. When you hear me talk, can you hear my Boston accent? On certain words. That's it. Born and raised in Maryland. Nice. No, see, Lancaster is Amish country to me. Because my great-grandmother, my mom's mom, used to live in Lancaster. She actually taught at F&M. Or not taught. She worked in the The Office. She calculated everybody's GPA by hand. It was crazy. There are certain words. Kevin has it worse than you do. Park the car and have it yet? No, you don't do that at all. Now, can I tell you who does have a really thick Boston accent? And that is Kevin's mother. I think I just have a me voice, the voice of a gremlin baby. With extreme nervousness. Oh, been raised in Iowa my whole life. Oh, bro, I'm heading that way. Not exactly there. I'll be up into Cheeseland. Boston accents are so fun. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. It was so funny. The first time I heard her, I'm like, can you get her to repeat that? Like, I literally, like, he had his headphones on, but I could still hear her and stuff. And I'm like, can you please ask her to repeat that? And she did. And I'm like giddy over here because I'm just like, I've not heard that thick of a Boston accent ever. Raised in California, yep. One of my coworkers is such a stereotypical Boston accent, and I'm entertained every time I talk to him. Boston, New York, or somewhere of a mix, depending on what you say. Yeah, so my uncle is from upstate New York, or that's where he lives now. This is my mom's brother, so they were military brats. So they moved around constantly, you know, never really had home base. Home base was kind of PA, was Lancaster area, because of that was where their grandmother lived. And so, like, when their dad was stationed over in Thailand, they were in Lancaster. So, but he's adopted the New York upper New York accent. It's really funny. Very Joey Tribbiani. How you doing? You know, like all of that. I'm just like, this is fantastic. What's even funnier, though, is his wife, who's actually from Rochester area. Oh my gosh. She says car, which is hilarious. Go pack the car. Like, that's not a Boston thing. That's an upper New York thing. I was like, what? And what's funny, though, is then she'll turn around and car with a hard R afterward. I'm just like, what on earth are you doing? It's great. I do love accents, though. Like, I know John's not in here anymore, but I love listening to him talk. I really do. It may sound a little strange to say that about one of your friends, but I genuinely enjoy listening to him talk. That's why I love it when he DMs, because I just get to listen to the Scottish accent all day. My grandma had a really thick Israeli accent. Oh my gosh. That's going to be great. When you combine it with her Boston one, it's always hilarious. I love it. Oh my gosh. That is great. That is great. The worst thing I will say about accents is sometimes how you pronounce certain words. Take this word. I'm going to write it in the chat really quickly, because I want everybody to tell me how you pronounce this word. I want you to tell me, how do you pronounce that word? Because I'm going to tell you how it should be pronounced and how I've heard it pronounced. Oh, Kirsten. Oh, Kirsten. Oh, Kirsten. Thank you, Ektrick. Ektrick and Bry. Thank you. Oh my gosh. No, the reason why I laughed at poor Kirsten is because when I was in college, a big group of us from my program got into a debate over how to pronounce that word. And my friend from Ohio kept saying it crayon. And I'm like, stop it, it's not a crayon. But the worst part is one of my friends from Texas very quietly goes, I say it crown. I'm like, you say it crown. And he's like, yeah. I'm just like, cool. Like, I'm sitting over here like trying not to have an absolute like freak out over the fact that he said it crown, like the crown you put on your head. I'm just like, what? I know, right? Oh my gosh. It was insane. Monday, Tuesday. I mean, that's a southern thing too, Angie. My grandmother does that too. I'll see you on Monday. I'm like, it's Monday. But now I sound fancy. Oh my gosh. And actually, Masonator actually says, he says it with a light on, so it almost sounds like he's saying crayon. But he's like, crayon is more of how he says it. Fancy. Welcome on in, Kevin. Oh, you are a different Kevin than our usual Kevins. So, hi. How are you, friend? Absolutely. Honestly, Angie, I misread that at first and I thought you said fiance. And I'm like, no, that's me, not him. Because fiance with 2 E's is the feminine and fiance with 1 E is male. It's masculine. And so I got a little confused there for a split second. Then I realized what you actually said. You know me? I don't believe so, friend. But we have several Kevins in our community and you could be one of them in disguise. I've never been here. Well, welcome on in, regardless. Are you a water guy? Because that's how they say it down where I'm from, and I can't stand it. Are you a water guy? Please tell me you're not a water guy. Water? I mean, it's water, but usually when you say it fast, it's water. Like, that's how you say it. My other grandma that I was talking to about, by the way, this was her. Don't make me use my Yiddish voice. Don't make me use my Yiddish voice now. But yes, welcome on in, Kevin, our new friend. I am a dork, in case you couldn't figure that out, but welcome on in anyway. I feel seen? Yeah, no, water. That's how you say it. Now, like, I can see being, you know, over the top and saying water. But, like, that's just over the top. I'm going to talk about my water bill. Like, that I feel like that's a very appropriate way to say that word. Like, I don't understand the discord with that. Okay, you're gonna have to, like, come in here and tell me how you say that. I like Pokemon? Heck yeah! We like Pokemon too. We're trying to get this shiny Sudowoodo right now. That's why I'm here. Well, I appreciate you, friend. We always appreciate meeting new people and having new friends. People really out here trying to shame me for not pronouncing the T with stage diction? Bro. I feel like the only people who say water with a T are, like, British folks, and that's because they're deliberately posh like that. And then you have, you know, your poor, Cockney folk who say, oh, water, which is just wrong. Hold on, Ash. Get in here, Angie! You know where I am. It's where I always am. I think you have the right role for this, anyway. I mean, it's a soft T, but it sounds more like a D. Either pronounce the T as the focal point or not at all. There is no in between. That's very true. Angie has the role, I believe. Awesome. What are you doing? We are shiny hunting Sudowoodo. Because we can. And because I like torturing myself. Hi, Angie.
Hi.
Hi. So explain to me this this word. How do you pronounce said word?
Which one? The water?
Yeah. That sounds perfectly normal to me. Say it again?
Yeah, with the white tea, just water.
Yeah, it sounds more like a D.
It does, but it's like, when I mean like light tea, I mean like you barely hear me say the T. So.
Exactly. That's how I do it. It does come across as more of a D for me, but yeah.
Because it's weird because like I do have the, instead of just the A sound though, I do have like an AU type of vibe when I say it, kind of like water, kind of.
Okay, you have a little bit more of a almost poshy sort of sound on it.
But not like a high T.
Wait, there's another person with you. This is Angie from the chat. She just popped into my call for a minute. I always have an open call with, at least with my mods, if not with some of our game roll folks in my Discord server.
Trying to see if I want to explain the Jewish one really bad.
Oh, please do. This is
it's
fascinating
so fun.
to me. Yes, I believe we have an exclamation point, Angie, and if not, we need to fix that.
Please no. Let's see.
There it is.
Oh no.
Sorry, Angie, you do not have the authority to change that on here.
Dang it. Let's see. Well, it's funny because a lot of Jewish folk are from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Or Queens.
Yep.
So a lot of them have the New York accent.
The New York suburb, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really fun to see them switch between Yiddish and then straight up New York accent.
That is the link to Angie's channel if you wanted to go and subscribe to her.
Oh gosh darn it. Let's see. Because a lot of Jewish and Dutch moved to New York a lot back then. They did. So it's funny to see their accents just combine. It's amazing.
Yep. So we are Pennsylvania Dutch, which is technically German, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have Pennsylvania and Dutch, but somehow it's German.
It's weird because a lot of the languages are so close together.
Yeah. She's not currently live, Kevin. No. It's just a link to her channel. She's just hanging out in this call. That's all.
I'm here. I'm at work, but I'm here.
Are you having a good time at work?
It's okay. It's quiet.
Hey, that's a good thing, though.
I'm on the computer looking at like all dialects now. I'm so...
Do it. So what's this Yiddish one?
Basically Jewish, Hebrew.
Can you give me an example?
I'm not a purebred Hebrew, so I couldn't.
That's okay.
I'm trying to see if I can find a video that would play the sound.
Gotcha. Oh, don't do that yet.
If you guys know of Game Grumps, actually, one of the members, his mother is actually Jewish.
Oh, fun.
He does the accent all the time.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
how I know about it.
Oh,
And then
that's
again,
so
my grandmother. My grandmother used to do it all the time. I miss her because she used to do it so often to my dad.
Oh, that's crazy. What does she play? She does a lot of Pokemon content. She's also done games like Jak and Daxter, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And Sly currently.
Yep.
Which is my favorite.
Oh yeah, I forget that one's your favorite. I thought you were more of a Jak and Daxter, but I guess that's Dylan.
I mean, technically we argue about that all the time, me and I want him to play Sly again, because actually that's the reason I found his channel was through Sly.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
I do love Jak and Daxter though, I do. It's my second favorite if I had to choose.
That's awesome.
Let's see if I can find this accent video.
Never heard of those games except Pokemon? They're old PS2 games predominantly, I think, correct?
Yes, you are correct.
I predominantly do Nintendo content, so that includes anything Pokemon. I've played Fire Emblem on my channel. I've also done Persona on my channel, which is one of my favorite games ever.
Let's see. I might send you the link to this if I can't find it.
That's fine. Have you done any Zelda? No. Fun facts. My future husband loves The Legend of Zelda. And so I kind of was waiting until, you know, we were married and living together so that I could steal his copy of Breath of the Wild. Because I've never actually played any of them before.
Let's see.
We had one Zelda game it was either the original Nintendo or the Super Nintendo. And my brother refused to ever let me play it. So, there's that.
Give me 1 second, Ash. I'll be right back.
Now you good. But yeah. So, we do all sorts of different things here. The fiance is also a huge fan. I've stolen all of her copies of the game for the channel. That sounds about right. Yep. It's hard for me to steal his copies of things right now, considering we're literally 1,000 miles away from each other.
Okay, I think I found a good one.
Okay.
It's mainly an American Jewish accent, but it's close enough for what my grandmother used to talk like.
Okay.
I'll send you the link to it.
Oh, okay, cool. Nope, stop trying to do that early.
Okay.
Long distance is hard. Yeah.
Sent it to Kevin.
He will be very confused. Why'd you send me this?
Why? Okay, there we go.
Kevin's one of those who actually has a rather thick accent, but it's only on certain words, like idea. That one has always tripped me up. And I have teased him relentlessly about it. So he's come to expect that from me, specifically for that word. It's just that one word. And it's not all the time. Sometimes he specifically says idea. And then the rest of the time he says idea. And I'm like, no, I am dear.
Oh my lord.
Heck yeah, Bryce. Did it for 6 years myself, so I feel you. Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can imitate it. One moment. Let me get the voice in my head first.
Okay. Let's see if we can get one more in before she gets back. We might get two in. Because these are really quick. We are 26 days away from my wedding, so... And basically 20 days from living together. It's crazy. Because we'll be moving in my stuff on the 22nd, thereabouts. So it's crazy to think about. We gotta pack it all up and move it across the country, though. That's gonna be the hard part. It's so exciting. I'm so happy for you guys. Thank you, Ektric. I appreciate it, Fred. Oh my gosh. How far out are you guys from your big day? Oh, wow. So you've still got a while yet. You guys still have a while yet. Jeez. That's fair. That's fair. See, we went to a place that hadn't started quite booking their summer weddings yet. They were still trying to fill up one more for fall of last year, because we got engaged back in August, and we almost immediately reached out to this place because a friend of ours actually got married there, or two friends, I should say. He's going to be the best man at our wedding. They actually got married there, so they were trying to convince us, do the October one. And I was like, if I lived up there, I would. But I don't, so I can't. So we ended up waiting, because I don't think they do any because of, you know, heavy snowfall and all that. I don't think they do anything after October through May, or through the beginning of May. So they don't have any open, or actually I think it's April. I think late April was the earliest that they would do.
I can't get it. I quit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I just don't want to butcher it and have a problem.
No. I mean, could you not tell me butchering half of these accents?
Hey, you're better than I am.
I just roll with it. I know they're bad.
I just know if I do it, like, if I try too hard, it will sound completely off, and I don't want to miss.
That's fair. Hmm?
It won't be as funny afterwards. You'll be like,
Now, the only time that I can do, like, a kind of a Scottish accent at all is I have to imitate Maggie Smith for sheer dumb luck.
That works.
That's the only time I can do it. I have to imitate Maggie Smith for sheer dumb luck. And the first time I said it in front of Ryan, he flipped his lid. He's like, "That was so good!" And I was like, "Good, the British guy appreciates my attempt at a Scottish accent."
Yeah, I mean, hey, I can do a good New York one for this one quote. This is a very stereotypical quote for New York accents. If you want me to do it, I will.
Go ahead.
All right. I told my dumb daughter not to give the dog coffee. So what does she do? She gives the dog coffee. So now I have a dumb daughter, a dead dog, and no coffee.
All right then.
Because the emphasis on the like the O kind of sound.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. I've been sitting here trying to find my phone where I dropped it. I finally found it. It's like, where is it? But no, what's even funnier is right after I got back, or not right after, about a year or so after I got back from New Jersey, I was literally talking about how much I miss the Jersey accent. And then all of a sudden, I went with my brother to their dogs. They got their dog down in Charleston, which is not where we live. And yes, I did say Charleston because that's how you say it when you're down here. You don't say Charleston, you say Charleston. Anyway, but that was where the vet was that they'd gotten the dog from or whatever facility. And we went there, and the lady working the front desk was like, "We've got coffee over here," and I'm just like, "I'm back in Jersey, guys."
Literally, that's exactly what it is.
And I looked at her and I'm like, "You're from Jersey, aren't you?" And she's like, "How'd you know?"
I love how she says it with the accent too. That's hilarious.
And I'm just like, "'Cause I was just there."
That's amazing.
Oh, it was great. I was just like, "What on earth?" Because the upstate New York folks say coffee.
Coffee, yep.
They don't say coffee. They say coffee.
Because they have the upper Boston type area, and then the lower area has like the long O sound. It's so perfect.
Yeah, it was. So I was not accustomed to hearing that. So when I heard it, I'm like, "You're from Jersey. You gotta be."
It's so great.
It was. It was fantastic. I honestly didn't even know what to say. I'm just like, I leaned over to my brother who was with me because it was his dog. And I was just like, "She's from Jersey." And he was just like, "What?" And I said, "She's from Jersey." He's like, "How'd you figure that out?" And I'm like, "Coffee!" She said the coffee! And then she like popped on the phone with somebody and said something else that was, very reminiscent, and actually said, "Yeah, I'm from New Jersey." She's like, "Yeah, I'm from Jersey."
Let's see. New York accent words. Hold on.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be good. Let me see if I can imitate my aunt.
Let's see. 35 plus words, a lot of New Yorkers say.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Like Long Island, right?
Oh no.
Long Island.
No, it's Long Island.
Yep.
It's very soft G. Long. Long Island.
You barely say it. Yep.
It's almost like Long Island is more of how you would actually say it. Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond, that is a great example. Is the brother.
Oh yeah.
The brother's got a very, very solid Long Island accent there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about the mom. Hers is funky. I don't know if she's that same accent or what, but yeah, she definitely's got a funky whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Or you got the things like they get rid of the L sound a lot too. Like when you're saying all right instead.
All right, yeah.
Or instead of already.
Yeah, it's a W. All right.
I love it.
All right. Instead of all right. Though then again, I think that's just across the board. Hi, Kevin. Care to say hi?
Hi, Kevin. I was talking to him earlier.
Oh, were you? Okay, good.
My man can wait. It's okay. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Girl. I don't know if that counts as girl code or what, but awesome. Oh my gosh, that made me laugh. Oh, that was great.
He knows I love him. Love you, Kevin. Let's see what other ones.
We're talking accents right now, and yes, we were picking fun at you. But then again, I've always picked fun at you about your accent, but there's that. I'm so lost on how to find a patch of, so Bri, if you are in the Fieldlands, go to where you find the, Beautyfly and Dustox, past the Alpha Luxio. So if you're at... Yeah, Kevin, we've talked about this at length. So if you're standing at the entrance looking away from where you can leave and looking out at the Fieldlands, go way to the right. If you're looking at the map, it's the upper left corner. Go there.
There's for forget about it. It's you say it one word. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget
about it.
Let's see. Instead of regular New Yorker, New Yorker.
New York. It's New Yorker.
This is fun.
Yep.
I enjoy this.
This is great.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm crunching something.
Instead of remove, it's remove.
Remove, yeah. But that one I feel like is much more common across the board, though.
Fair.
It's kind of like the water thing.
Mm-hmm. Or with the TH sounds, instead of that it becomes these.
Oh no, that I think is much more of a Brooklyn and Queens section.
Yep, big time.
That's a New York City thing.
Let's see.
Because that's the hey, I'm walking here, folks.
I'm walking, yeah.
Yes, happy Mental Health Awareness Month, guys.
Yep, yes, I agree.
Always take care of yourselves. Please and thank you. All right, what you got now? What else you got?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Actually,
that one I feel like is more of a New York City one as well.
Mm-hmm. Actually, really, for water, actually, speaking of water, came up water. I don't know why that came up. I've never heard one.
I've heard water.
Okay, fair. Water, yeah.
It's instead of the sound, like water or water, the way that we would do it, it's an That's the biggest thing. Water.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I miss a thing with linguistics. Like everybody was always like, "Oh, you should do something with math," and then I went music, but it's like, but this, but I love it.
Let's see.
I've always been fascinated with accents. Because, like, when I was a kid, my brother used to nag me all the time for my fake British accent. Because I would try to be Hermione all the time.
Agreed.
I'm going to bed before either of you come up with another clever idea to get us killed. Or worse, expelled. She needs to sort out her priorities.
Oh my god.
That one's one of my favorite quotes ever. What you got, Kev? What you got, bro?
I might know what he's gonna say, but I'm not gonna just say it just yet until I see it.
Gotcha.
Just because I don't know. Again, I could be thinking something completely different than he is.
Dang, nice. I mean, like I said, I always wanted to be Hermione. That was always my thing. I wanted to be Hermione when I was a kid. I loved her. She was basically the closest thing to, like, you know, I wouldn't call her an idol exactly, but the closest thing to, like, female role model based on, you know, popular figure versus, you know, somebody close to you, you know. I guess that technically would make her an idol, but Park the car and have it yard. Kevin, we already talked about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, so I'm glad I was right.
I'm assuming that's what he means by famous Boston quote.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there's another one. Quote.
Bostonian quotes.
Hey! Yeah,
Why am I
was
looking
right.
this up?
I was right. Pat the cat and have it yet. Yeah, we were teasing about your mom's accent earlier. That was kind of part of where this spurred from.
Here's a good Boston quote. It was wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
That was fun.
Awesome.
That was really fun. Like mine comes out when I'm like really excited.
Brian! Hi, friend!
Ah. Scared me, not gonna lie. I have it way too loud.
Oh no, I'm sorry. And anytime I get shrill, it gets that much louder.
Okay. There you go.
Is
Turn my
that
volume down to 10%.
is that better?
Yes.
Okay, good.
To be fair, I had my settings were way too high.
No, you're good.
Hi.
Oh, gosh. Hi.
Hi,
But
Brian.
now I need to match the energy.
Yes, please match the energy because we are having way too much fun discussing accents.
Are we streaming right now?
Yes, I am trying to find this stupid goldy colored stick.
I'll be honest, I just got home and I saw Discord and I saw people in call, so I haven't checked YouTube yet.
LOL, you're fine.
Hi, YouTube.
But Price says hi.
Hi, let me open chat real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Birds of a
I'm
feather.
just gonna say
That
one
one,
thing.
that one doesn't sit right. Birds of
Like
a
the stream if you haven't already.
Thank you.
There you go.
I agree. You gotta speak very fast for a Boston accent, basically.
There's Kevin. I was wondering when you were gonna show up.
I won't stay long because we just got back to the hotel and we're going down to the pool in a little bit. So
Ooh, yes, go swim.
I'm gonna leave in 2 minutes because I have a recording session.
Nah, you good, fam? I'm just happy
I'm
to
a
see you pop in.
I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
We
I'ma go leave
appreciate
it,
you
to the
always.
stream. I'm gonna have the stream lurking, so I'm gonna give you the watch time.
Thank you, friend.
Gotcha.
Always appreciate you.
Bye, Brian.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Ash, I need to know this one for
Wait.
you.
Bri is in chat. I need to say hi to Bri.
Yes, yes, he
Bri,
is
hi.
in chat.
Hi, Price. Hi, Kevin.
Oh,
I know you're in call, but I wanted to say hi to chat.
He wanted to say hi to the chat version of Kevin.
Exactly.
I mean, we literally just got back to the hotel like 10
Hey,
minutes ago. So
Kevin, I want you to know,
yeah.
I saw the Mario Kart video
Want you to know that.
Oh yeah,
with my girlfriend,
yeah.
and we were just laughing the whole time.
That was so fun. We need to do another one of those sessions again soon.
Ash, I need to know your opinion on this one.
Okay, go for it, girl.
So this is not for like this is not really the accent portion. This is what we call different things in different areas.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
What do you guys call a water fountain like that you drink from? Like what's the word you use for
It's
it?
a water fountain.
Oh,
Okay, because we use bubbler.
bubbler. Yeah.
Yep, bubbler.
You weirdos!
So I don't use bubbler, but I know this. I know this because my teacher was from that side, from wherever you guys are from. I don't want to say.
New England.
But she would tell me that where she was
Thank
from,
you,
they'd call it
Price.
bubblers.
Thank you. The only other time that I've ever heard anybody use that was actually Masonator, because he was picking on one of his teachers who was from the other side of the state that he grew up in.
So I personally use water fountain,
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
or like fountain, water fountain.
Yeah.
But I do know that other parts of the country they call it bubbler.
Now here's a good question. You guys know the little place that you would hook up a water hose to attached to your house?
Okay.
Oh,
Do you know what that's called? Or like, what do you guys
Faucet?
call that?
faucet.
See,
Is
down
that what
here,
you're talking about?
down here we call it a spigot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's only on the outside ones. Inside your house, they're faucets. But that one
The
is called
outside.
a spigot.
Interesting.
Don't ask me why,
Okay.
but that one's called a spigot.
Okay, let me ask you this one. This is a fun one.
Oh gosh.
What
Oh no.
do you
I love
call a roundabout?
Okay.
Roundabout.
Most of the time they're roundabouts. However, in the town that I grew up in, they specifically called it the circle. Oh, someone is calling me.
Okay.
Of life or just the regular circle?
Hi, I'm streaming.
Oh,
Wait.
Yes.
Because the reason I say this because we call it rotary.
I will.
A rotary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ash got a call.
I didn't realize.
All right. Bye.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, guys. Masonator called. And he was talking about marriage license stuff. So I was like, that's important things to keep, on the down low.
Yeah.
But,
All right. I need to head out.
have fun.
I believe the person is waiting for me. Not
Ooh.
gonna lie.
Well,
But it's okay.
Go have fun.
This person is understanding.
Well, good.
Hopefully. I'm so
Hopefully.
excited for the Doctor Strange movie. I just want to.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
I want it to be known too, and Angie, you can know about this too.
Oh, no.
So you remember how we saw Spider-Man together? When
Yes.
because my mom and sister worked at the theater.
Oh, no.
Yes.
So they're doing that for Doctor Strange, right?
Oh
The
boy.
exact same thing. Yeah, about that, they're doing it the day we get back
Well,
Okay.
at midnight. So,
it's fine.
Huh?
I guess it's fine.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I mean, our plane doesn't land until like almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah. We'll
And by
talk
the time
about it
we
when the
get-
time comes.
So, I mean, I know we're probably gonna see it, but
Oh,
I don't know if we're
gosh.
gonna do that one in particular because we also need my mom and or sister, and I don't think either of them are gonna want to go.
Yeah. We'll be fine. We'll wait if we have to.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
I just
Okay.
thought that was funny. I was just like, God dang it.
All right.
Don't worry. Also,
I said
Ash, I
something
want.
else.
Get Brian Mario Kart? Question mark?
Oh,
I'll see something about
Yes.
that.
hello.
Ash, I
Just
wanted to ask though. So you call it a roundabout though, right? Or a circle?
Yeah, so it's always a roundabout, except for in my hometown, it was called the Circle. The reason being is that was downtown.
Gotcha.
So it
Okay.
got a special name. So it became known as the Circle.
Interesting.
It was the original downtown of the old town. Like on the Circle, there is this little tiny white building that was the original police station. You can literally fit 2 people inside of it. It's so small. It's like a little shack.
That's crazy.
Like when Santa comes to the circle, he goes and sits in the police station, and that's where kids take pictures with Santa. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's that crazy. But yeah, so.
There you go.
Hi, Eternal! Oh, Brian's back. Hi, Brian.
E.T.
So I'm done.
That was so fast.
Yeah, use the time stone. No, okay, so what happened is the person's still eating.
Ah, okay. So you got a few more minutes.
Yes.
Welcome on in, Eternal. Love you, buddy. How have you been?
So now I'm curious though, Ash. What do you think we call them instead?
I
I know I keep
mean,
bringing them up, but I'm curious.
I don't have a clue what you call them, other than a
Okay.
roundabout.
We call them rotaries.
Like a rotary phone? Why? That makes no sense.
No, just rotaries.
I know. I was saying like a rotary phone.
Kinda.
That doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't, but
Thank you, Eternal. Roundabout gang.
yeah, it gets worse though.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
What do you call? Do you just call a trash can a trash can?
Well, it depends on what it is.
Well, a regular trash can.
Like one you have in your house, like in your kitchen
you
or
have-
something. Or are you talking about the
That
great
or-
big one that you put out on the street?
Put out on the street.
Oh, that's a Herbie Kirby.
Wow. Okay, because we call it a barrel.
A barrel. Okay, see that's.
That one's different. I think
I-
think Herbie Kirby actually was like a brand name of them at one point.
We just say barrel.
Do a barrel roll.
Okay, this one's a good one.
No. Here's because I also call it differently. Actually,
Oh, really? What do you call it?
yeah, I call it mate.
I'm gonna smack you all the way across the hemisphere line, or what is that called? The equator. All the way across the equator, just smack you dead in the
Okay,
face.
Hemisphere line.
Okay.
That was the
No,
wrong
that
word.
was
I
the
couldn't think.
perfect
I was
opportunity.
I was trying to say opposite hemispheres, and then it just didn't. Yeah.
The only reason I said that was there was a perfect opportunity.
No, it was not, you dum dum.
There's a good.
No, let me ask you this. Do you really think I'm gonna do that much self-deprecating with my best friend and big sister and girlfriend and Paul?
Yep.
You always do, regardless. So I'm gonna smack you for it.
Wait, what
You're
happened?
gonna smack me anyway.
See, this is a thing now, Kevin. You used to think like, oh, she's so far away, Ash can never hit me, and then I did. And now I have the perfect in to do it all the time. It's great.
Ash, I'm all ears.
Yes.
Oh dear God.
All right.
Ah.
Next
The
one.
wedding in a few weeks. So when we're up there, this is gonna be a real interesting thing.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
Listen.
no. You know what's gonna happen?
We're not
too,
allowed to beat in
is,
black and blue. We're not allowed to be brought up on charges. That's not how this works.
No. I'm gonna say this much. We're gonna be at dinner one night or something, like, because obviously we're gonna be up there a little bit earlier. It's literally, like, you would think it's gonna be like Ash and Mason will be sitting with each other and Angie and I sit together. No, it's gonna be Ash and Angie, and then me and Mason are together. And then it's gonna be discussing plans, and me and him are just gonna be like, so.
Listen. Before you tell me what I'm gonna do, the first thing I'm gonna do when I see you again is hug you.
Yes,
You
please.
know that.
Please.
Because I am deprived of my Kevin hugs and I miss them.
I can't wait to have my first Kevin hug.
I know, right?
I've heard they're worth it.
I want to say this though. Okay, remote control.
As long as he doesn't, shake like a chihuahua.
Okay, you really should bring that up.
Well, I guess then I guess I'm just gonna have to leave him in the airport.
What do you mean you're leaving me at the airport? Oh, you're not even getting me from the airport.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing, Brian? You turned on your camera. I can't see you. Oh, my chat's in the way.
Okay, I need another one.
What you got?
Remote
Ange?
control.
It's a remote.
Okay, you want to hear ours?
Oh gosh.
It's a
Yeah.
clicker.
Clicker.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
It's a clicker
You
with
know-
the accent. Clicker.
You know what I
clicker.
call a clicker? You know what I call a clicker? Those
A-
things you use to switch PowerPoints.
No. Here. Where is it? Hold on. I will find it eventually. I need to find it anyway. This is a clicker.
Wait, I can't see it.
The
Hold
one for
on.
my car. the one with my key in it. That is a clicker.
I can't see it, so hold on.
It's key fob.
Gotcha.
All right, and also I'm gonna be dipping out of here in a minute because we're going down to the pool before it closes in an hour.
No, you're
so-
good.
But
I'm
I did want to say one more last thing.
I love you the most. There's no
See.
takebacks.
That wasn't what I was gonna say. Dang you. No, I was gonna say that there's one other thing that I thought of that I'm curious your guys' way of saying it.
Okay.
How do you guys say Angie is cute?
No.
Adorable.
Goodbye. I'm bye. Bye bye.
In Spanish, should be Angie
Yeah.
es bonita.
Yeah,
That is true. She literally dipped. No, Angie, come back. Angie, come back. You can blame it all on Kevin.
I was that.
Kevin is the cutest.
What
But they...
were you supposed to say? You can blame it all on me.
I'm incredibly hug deprived and it's staying that way for a while. No, we need the Bri hug. We need the Bri hug.
I could drive to Brian and give him a hug if he wants.
Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh. That is great. Oh, my gosh.
Say
Okay.
about 2 hours because I don't know how long I'm gonna be recording for, and then I need to eat
That's fair.
and then drive to Brian.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Here's what we're gonna do. My phone is dying? Oh, okay. But please tell me you heard us singing to you, right, Angie? Because that would have been great. Meep! Hi, Bryce. Here's what we're gonna do, folks. We're gonna go until right before 6. So another less than 20 minutes, okay? Because I've got plans over at 6:30, and I still need to make my own food for dinner. So, oh no, Angie, you gotta run it back. Right after you dipped, I'm like, no, wait.
Yeah, I'm just changing and all that, so I got a couple minutes before I leave.
Okay. Kevin, don't be so scandalous.
And then
What?
I'm just waiting for this person to text me back saying he's done eating.
Good. I love how Kevin didn't even notice that.
I don't know what. I heard my name. I didn't know what you said.
Oh, I said, Kevin, you're being indecent on stream. Changing your clothes on stream. How dare you? This is a PG server.
I mean, my camera's not on, so.
I'm totally messing with you. You realize that, right? Oh, gosh.
Bottoms.
After reviewing this. Oh, gosh, Angie, yes.
On.
Indeed, we all do blame Kevin.
You're supposed to be on my side. You're supposed to be on my side.
I'm definitely on your side, Kevin.
We're definitely on Kevin's side.
What's an accent within an accent trying to be? An accent state.
Even Price joined on hashtag blame Kevin. I love it. No, guys.
you are my
Exclamation
couple,
point blame, guys. Come on.
Jeez.
I don't even know what you just said, but
I
yeah.
just put on my shirt that I wear at the pool because we went not rafting, but we were at falls and all that today,
Mm-hmm.
and so obviously we wore that earlier.
Uh-huh.
And I just put it back on because we're going out of the pool and it is freezing. Just walking out the fridge door.
Oh my gosh. You're on Kevin's Sade 2 extra.
It's been a while since I've gone to the pool.
I really want to go swimming. I've not gone swimming. Actually, do you know when the last time I went swimming was? The first time I met Messinator in person.
Wow.
We went swimming at his hotel.
Yeah, that's a pool Angie and I went in.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice. And at that point,
Yeah,
I was so sick. And the poor lady was so sweet at the front counter. She was like, I can turn on the heat. Like, I can turn up the heat really high so that way, you know, it's big and steamy for you. And I'll help you with all your sinus stuff. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, because it'll open up the sinuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and especially I had no voice. I was just so miserably sick.
Ah, one of those days.
Yeah, it was really bad.
The hotel wedding has a pool and that.
I don't know,
wish
actually.
I was going to be like, I wish I understood what you said.
The outside was freezing. Well, see, she'd let it get really steamy before we went in there. Because actually, I think we warned them. I think we said, hey, we're about to go in the pool in like 20 minutes. You mind, you know, doing that for us? And they're like, oh, heck yeah. And it wasn't that cold
I asked them if
because...
they could turn the heat up, and they said it was all the way up, but it could be.
Oh, maybe not. I'm the one that turns into a shaky chihuahua.
But yeah. Can't wait
Anyway.
to meet all of you guys one day.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I can't wait to meet
But-
Bragg.
But I'm going to dip out now, go swim for a bit,
Do
and
it.
then we're probably going to the buffet for dinner again.
Ooh.
Enjoy
there you
the
go.
water.
Yes.
I will.
See, I have a pool in my apartment complex. I just haven't gone in years.
Oh, you totally should.
But
yeah, I just
I
kinda-
love you all.
Bye.
Bye,
And I will
Kevin.
talk
Love
to
you
you
too.
later. Also, Angie, I know you're not in call, you're in chat. I love you very much. I'll talk with you later. And you're cute. Bye. And yeah, coming at Cheesehead and the Cheesehead stream. What do you want me to do about it? Or future Cheesehead stream, I should say.
Yeah, Bry's right, Brian. You've met
Yeah,
him.
goodbye.
Bye.
Who was that guy? Anyways, I've met Brian, but I haven't met Brian.
I'm confused. How did you meet Bry but not meet Bry?
I met Bry, the Target worker,
Ah, that's right.
not Bry for who Bry is. So we need to hang out, Brian. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. I highly recommend.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. What if we get a crybaby rival? Oh, gosh. Please, no. I'm tired of crybaby rivals.
Sorry, I'm sure I will disappoint everyone as a rival then.
Brian, number one, you're not a crybaby. Second off, what?
You don't know that. You don't know that. Starts crying.
Please
anyways.
don't.
No.
Oh, goodness. I forgot about the Pac-Man.
Ooh.
I forgot about
I
my
want more
Pac-Man.
plushies. I want more plushies.
Oh, this one's not a plush. This is a Lego figure.
I know, but I'm looking at all the plushies behind you.
Yeah. Starts crying in general because the tree won't shine. I know.
Hey, but at least okay, let me zoom
Give
in.
us another
Yeah.
silver. Yes. I want a true villain
Okay.
rival.
But at least I have a plush that could do this.
Oh, hold on. I can't see your screen. Ah! He's sitting on your head. Oh, I love it.
All right.
Oh my gosh. You'd think after all these shenanigans it would shine. You think? We're an inviting bunch. Like, come on, man.
I think we're just in the wrong season.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a tree, right? So we need it to be fall for those, leaves to turn orange.
Well, technically they're red, aren't they?
Close enough.
And are those actually leaves? What would you call those? They bulbs? Live long and prosper, by the way.
I feel like they're rocks, but green rocks. It's a leaf stone. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not being inviting enough. No, Ektrick, you are being plenty inviting. Sudowoodo is a rock type, yeah. But he's still a tree. Bulbs, leaves, meh, who cares? It's a green. That's fair. But we want them to be red.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is how we know it is shiny.
At this rate, I'm just gonna get a bottle of spray paint and paint it red.
I know, seriously. Come on. The worst thing about this is I still have to catch it afterward. So literal lava. I mean, maybe. No, I'm trying to do this fair and square. I don't use hacks. If I can so avoid it. The only time that I've used quote-unquote hacks in a game has been rare candy hacks. Science. It's like imagination. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, folks. We are coming up on the end of our stream. So here's what we're gonna do. Where's my phone? There's my phone. I need to find somebody to raid. So come up with YouTubes. Everyone grab the spray paint and markers along with glitter. The stick must shine. I did the rare candy hack once and it stressed me out so much I decided to just grind in the future. Well, it's actually not that bad, at least for gold and silver. My problem was it broke my bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I was
my...
like, what do you mean what do you mean it broke your bag? Like, I thought like IRL, and I was like, huh?
No, bag, not back.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably
No,
felt
bag.
it felt like it broke my back, but...
But yeah.
Wait, Golden! I didn't even see you pop in. Hi, friend. He snuck in there, my dude. I totally missed that. I'm sorry. Hi, friend. Okay. We can do that here in a minute. Yeah. If you do it early enough, it's not that necessarily that big of a deal. My problem was... I think it was in Platinum. I tried to do it. And the emulator actually fully broke my bag. Like, anytime I had an item that got added, it disappeared. It straight up vanished. My bag became just this black hole. It was awful. So here's what we're gonna do. Grab that link. Okay, let's do 2 more. I also didn't know Master Balls weren't guaranteed in Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, they're not. They're not.
If you randomize it, no, it's not.
Yeah. Because it's a field item in that game. You pick it up. Which is kind of dumb if you think about it, but...
Imagine just Archie losing a Master Ball and you pick it up.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Or getting it from the professor like you do in every other game.
I had a randomizer. One time I caught a Pokemon that was holding a Master Ball.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no joke.
Sorry guys, that just got really gross. Well done.
Holding on. In the meantime, and then just goes full ad break.
That would have been funny.
Have you or a loved one ever experienced these following symptoms and then just on the screen?
Oh gosh.
Well, subscribe.
Not thinking about it.
PuppyPokéTrainer.
What if we picked our starter through the painting that we see in the trailer? Ooh, interesting. Archie. Oh, my Master Ball gets killed by Groudon. I found Shaman. Yay! There he is, Bri. Awesome. Okay. I lied. I went way too many times, but that's okay. Okay, last time for real this time. And then we shall see what happens. That's it. We're done. No more attempts. That being said, though, we are going to grab that link and we're going to use the hashtag PuppyPackRaid as always. There we go. And we're going to send the love over to my friend John the Scotsman. He is currently playing Pokemon Insurgents. Go show him some love. I love you all, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!